Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and I hope that you're all doing well today, this 14th of May of 2025. And here we are, it is a Wednesday, so we're doing the love reading that we do every Wednesday. Let's see what the Karma Dharma is. Hold on a second, let me close that window. Thank you to all of you for your kind words in regard to our little kitty. The one we lost a couple of days ago. I can't even remember. It was I think it was Sunday. Yeah, that we buried him. We've got another little one that's battling on. Let's just hope that he makes it. The two ginger girl are doing quite well. They're actually starting to groom themselves and they're running around and playing. Just, whatever happens, but let's just hope at least that 2 or even 3 will survive. There's 3 left. So thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. Let's see what's going on. We're doing this later on in the day. I had some obligations, some errands to run outside, so I'm hoping that this premiere I'll be able to be up, because it takes time to upload it, so that I could be in the chat section with you. We are doing Yes Please, and you can get your personal love message, maybe not straight after the premiere, but the next few days you will have your message. So let's see what's going on. I'm doing a divine spread today, and we'll also be looking at the tarot sexual magic, because we've got Moon transiting through Sagittarius and forming a beautiful fire trine to Venus in Aries and Mars in Leo. So the Moon is in Sagittarius, forming a grand fire trine. So very helpful indeed. And of course the Moon moves quickly, but Venus and Mars, they are in a flowing aspect, and they will be the next few days as well. So there is a lot of desire, a lot of passion, a lot of action that will be taken, because fire means, more sexual energies, more desire, proactivity, movement. We'll be looking at what's going on in the bedroom, in the intimate department, and we're also using the Connolly Tarot. Yes, I am tired. I am tired because of all the feeding. We've got like babies in the house. Thankfully, my daughter does the 3 a.m. feed, and she's just, I would say, training as, what it's like to be a mum. Her first experience at something like this, even if it's for some kittens, it's worth the effort anyway. Anyone that we can save is a bonus. So let's see what's going on. What is the Karma Dharma relative to twin flame, soulmate, or karmic connection, love connection that you may be in, that you may be hoping or waiting for? I've been saying that there will be some sort of movement where love is concerned. I do speak to a few people, and I have heard of some stories where, 2 people in a connection, they had blocked each other. The guy was secretly, obviously, checking out her Instagram account. He actually asked her, he messaged her anyway. So he asked her to connect through Instagram. So I do hear some stories, as above, so below. Let's hope that that is the case for you as well. But of course, it depends on your own personal chart as well. Let's see. Generally, the energy is for love, passion, desire, and movement, where matters concerning relationships are positive and helping. So let's see what is the Karma Dharma today, dear Spirit. And remember, this could be a timeless reading as well. So whenever you get to view this message, there could be something in this for you. But remember, it's a general reading. and may or may not resonate for you. And we've got move and we've got the Chariot. Cancer comes through. This is a victory card. There may also be dilemmas or decisions needing to be made. Travel is possible, as well as overcoming any obstacles. Cancer is the moon, obviously. Cancer can speak to the past, so past connections. And maybe possibly because the moon speaks to our personal life, our emotional life, secret life, possibly with the move card, there will be some openings relative to someone's emotional emotional feelings, let's say, their emotions. And remember that the moon can also speak to secrecy and someone being emotionally sensitive. And again, as I said, movement, there could be physical distance between the two of you. This could be a house change, someone moving house, moving out and away from a previous relationship, possibly. That could be something as well. Let's see, as Venus is coming up to the last degrees of her shadow, which is the degrees that she was retrograding over. So her shadow degrees, she's almost there. Give her, today's the 14th, logically 15th, depending on where you are in the world. She steps out of her retrograde zone and she's on new degrees. So it's like that retrograde of Venus, that story relative to Venus's retrograde is coming to an end. So if you've been waiting on someone, they have not shown up, maybe not on this Venus retrograde. Venus does retrograde every year and a half. But I guess there could be so many other factors playing out relative to your own chart, because logically where love is concerned and the astrology, right, we would look at the ruler of your 5th house and your 7th house, as well as the 8th house, which is the house of change, and it's the house of intimacy, sex or emotional. So if you've been waiting on a past love to return and they have not, either it wasn't the right time, or it would be more of a personal story. Remember, Venus retrograde does affect all of us, but she did retrograde in the areas of Aries and Pisces. So you would have to look at that area of your chart and see what that signifies for you, because Venus retrograde, Venus could also be money, finances, okay? So let's see what's going on, dear Spirit. What's going on in love? Where is love? Where is love at this point? What is the potential for relationships at this time? Let's take the cards. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your guidance in this divine spread. Let's begin. Let's see what's coming up from the past, the distant past. We've got the 10 of Wands. But we see an open portal here. Someone's planting seeds for tomorrow. So we do see, like a tornado in the background. 10 of Wands is always a heavy burden. Someone could be burdened with lots of heaviness. Could be someone that works a lot. Something to do with planting the seeds for an opportunity. Once this burden is dealt with or completed, the seeds have already been planted. So remember, as astrology is cycles, we live many cycles, that we revisit, smaller and larger cycles. So this is obviously a 10, which turns into an ace, the Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is like, I desire, I've got an opportunity, right? The Ace of Wands could also have a sexual connotation to it, but to me it also speaks to the light coming on, or maybe what you've seen in the distant past, that someone was just very heavily burdened, whether it was they've been through so much. Obviously, the 10 of Wands comes after the 9, and the 9 is I've been burdened, I've been broken, I've been hurt, where love and what I desire with the person that I desire to be with. I've been through so much, maybe hurt feelings, hurt emotions, and I don't know if I can trust that I won't be hurt again. So it could be past situations that, or between your person and another relationship, or you and your person. Let's see what is hidden that we need to know. There's the Nine of Wands, which I just mentioned. There's the door again. You see, there's the portal. So maybe what this is telling me is maybe someone's re-looking at a situation, because we go from the 10 to the 9. Going back to the 9, like, this is the end of heaviness. This is logically, something's been, as I said, lit up. The seeds have been planted. Maybe this is a possible return to a situation where I want to take another look, right? And I'm going to say it's the end of a burden. Maybe this is what you don't know. Maybe someone's wrapping something up here. This may have also been, if you're dealing with someone that is a very hard worker. I mean, wands do speak to desire, passion, and inspiration and creativity, and one's vocation and what they do. So this could have been the beginning of the beginning of the end to a relationship. I don't know if it was yours or if it was with another, or it could have been the beginning of some sort of a project which you don't know that is being completed now. Maybe love was put on the back burner. But I do see heavy challenges in the past. It hasn't been easy at all. Let's see what is in the recent past, what's been going on. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Someone that works really hard for the money. She works hard for the money. Donna Summer. He works hard for the money. Nine of Pentacles. I need to have that financial security. I need to feel safe and secure. But we also see someone sitting on the inside looking out. This could also be someone's who is, and it's another 9. 9 speak to a chapter ending, a wrapping up of a situation. We just had that full moon in Scorpio, just only yesterday. She's on the inside, so it feels like she's still trapped within a home, possibly within a relationship where she still feels, she or he, they still feel alone, right? But this could be also effort being put in for someone to free themselves. Remember the move with because I get the house here and the chariot, moving house, someone preparing or someone having moved house, possibly, as now they could be single, they could be alone, they could be without love, right? So in the Kippa, the woman that's on the inside waiting out, which is very similar to the Nine of Pentacles, which the Nine of Pentacles logically is very similar. It's like a minor arcana of the Empress. Logically, it's a very positive card, but respectfully, for love readings, it's someone that is alone and not having someone to share their life with. This is someone that's willing and able to stand on their own financially. It is the Virgo card. Virgo means service, work, but also Virgo is all about the details, taking a step at a time, doing everything diligently, as things should be done, slow and methodical. So that could be also because we see the preparation here, even though it's been hard. This could be someone that's strategizing or planning a move. I don't know if you're dealing with someone that's physically at a distance, or this is someone that is strategizing in being able to free themselves, because because they do look like, she looks like she's in a bit of a prison, and see all the abundance and all the flourishing greenery and flowers, like her happiness is outside of that door, outside of that window. So this could be someone that's hoping to free themselves, and they're strategizing and planning their next move, and it could be a physical move. Let's see what's going on in the now. We've got a King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. If it's not a water sign, it could be someone that's coming through as very emotional at this time, even though, and it is still the Taurus season. Happy birthday, my beautiful Taurians, if you're celebrating your birthday. King of Cups could be, well, as I say always, for me, it is Scorpio, but it could be any other sign. I do see a fair bit of red, so it could be a water sign that's more passionate at this time, or it could be a fire sign. As I said, we've got a grand fire trine. It could be a fire sign that's coming through as more emotional at this time. I don't know why I get Sagittarius, but depends on one's chart. So remember that when we do our personal readings here, and our deluxe readings, they are astrology, a quick look at the astrology and some tarot. So utilizing the astrology in connection with the tarot, and we get more understanding. But remember, this is a general reading. What I love, though, is that we see an offer, a mature offer for love. And hopefully that is the case, because we don't read reversals in general readings. King of Cups would be someone that's emotionally ready. If he were to be in the reverse, this would be someone that is more self-centered, crying over spilt milk, someone not having the maturity to offer their cup, to be this romantic, gentle, and open person ready for love, right? And also in the reverse, he would be someone that's manipulative. So let's see what's crowning the Seven of Swords. And in the Connolly Tarot, the Seven of Swords for me is make love, not war. So what I'm getting here, because we do see that they're playing musical instruments, which is serenity, it's sweetness, it's romance. We see the Five Swords down in the earth. See, they don't want to fight. They just want to be more romantic. They want to be more serene. They want peace. And the Two Swords, the dilemma, there's still a dilemma in the back of their mind, right, on a decision. We see the Two Swords up in the clouds, in the dark clouds, so there still is worry relative to theft, sneakiness, underhandedness, secrecy. All these themes come up here. But for me, even the Five of Swords that are down, stuck in the earth, it's like, I don't want to fight anymore. And, I don't want to use my mind anymore, because this is more about our perception. I don't want to see things as more challenging and more, because sometimes too much thought and negative thought, then it's like manifesting what we think of. So if we're negatively thinking, we could also be telepathically communicating with the other person that, don't come near me, because I've got one in for you. I've got a bone to pick with you, because you've lied to me. You haven't been truthful. Or this is because we've got the King of Cups here. Maybe they have been a little bit sneaky, a little bit unclear, or just trying to hide things, which maybe, because with that full moon in Scorpio, right, and this is a Scorpio card, remember the psyche, fears come up from the psyche. They need to be seen, need to be looked at, need to be released. So there's something that needs releasing here. Bad blood, anger, frustration. There needs to be an openness. There needs to be a truce. Let's put an end to this war, whether it's mind games or whether it's words that have been exchanged or not exchanged. I think that that's what the message is right now. Get up and move. Don't get stuck in the past. Leave the past in the past. Be in the present and look towards the future. Let's see what what Spirit advises is the action, the advice and the action. 3 of Swords. So there's still heartbreak. There's still heartbreak. There are 10 swords here, 7 and 3. There's still heartbreak here. And we've got the 2 swords in the clouds, in the dark clouds, and then we've got the 3 swords. So there is involvement of third parties. There is still heartbreak, I would say. Hopefully. Let's look at the outcome, the outgoing message, so we could see if possibly this is, this is what I'm needing or wanting to move away from. Or if there hasn't been any communication, someone needed time, serenity and solitude, time on their own to emotionally work with their fears, work through their fears, understand what they truly feel within their heart, right? Remember that Scorpio full moon is a very deep, very dark moon where themes of the psyche and the soul, and things maybe that you or your person were unconscious about. Maybe this is someone working through those fears. Let's see what the outcome is. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got an earth sign and a water sign. Very good match, but both recessive energies. Even though we've got some air and some fire, there is the element of fast movement or even frustration or inspiration and action. But we've got 2 recessive characters here, possibly each one waiting on the other. Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Again, could be any sign. And she's a very experienced queen. Remember, she's very grounded. She's very much about diligency and service and patience and just being there. Very dependable, very loving, very intelligent, very creative. She's the mother. She's the mother for all. So we see earth. We've got earth and water and earth, which we can make mud from and therefore build on something. So in the now, we've got a King of Cups, and the outcome is Queen of Pentacles. This is what she's showing off. It's as though this is what she wants. This is what she demands, let's say. This is what she requires. She knows what she wants. She's got all the experience under her belt. She's the minor arcana of the Empress. Remember, the 9 of Pentacles right across is the 10th Pentacle. Interesting indeed. Let's see what is showing up in the divine position. So how the planets help or hinder. Oh my goodness. We've got the Empress. Oh my goodness. The Empress. Taurus, Libra. We've got Temperance. The Empress and then Temperance. Archangel Michael is saying there's an alchemy going on. Be patient. We've got 2 cards of patience. This is also a very patient queen. Okay, I do see many of you in the Queen of Pentacles. I know there are many Virgos out there, but also many archetypal mothers, let's say, if not actual mothers, but very patient people. And you've been very patient waiting on your person. If there is, if you feel that it's a very important relationship and worth the wait. Let's see, because Temperance and Empress both speak of patience, that something is going on. We've got the tornado here, the whirlwind, and we see it here as well, but we also see the sun shining in the background, and the sun does speak to happiness, clarity. So we've also got Sagittarius here. This is a card of healing. This is a card of balance as well. So the Empress is promised here. We are in the Taurus season. So from the Taurus season until the season of Sagittarius, we've got two major arcana cards here, very important. That could be a very significant time for some of you. And again, we can also say fire and air, right? We know that the Empress speaks to cornucopia, abundance, love. She is Venus after all. She is Venus. Let's take one more card and see. We've got the Eight of Swords. And we also see someone still on the inside looking out. You can see that here and you can see that here. So I don't know if this is someone's perception of not being able to move forward, or seriously there are issues that are keeping someone far away at this time, not ready. It could be that it could be either someone's perception or matters pertaining to communication. We've got the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords here. What's at the foundation? And we've got the Hanging Man. I'm wondering if this isn't a significant sign that Saturn is ready to move out of Pisces, is at the 29th anaretic degree. Saturn, which is blockages, feeling imprisoned. Saturn, the Lord of karma and timing. Someone could be still needing to release some karma, a karmic cycle in their life, release themselves from being, used and abused. Remember, this could be the martyr. This could be self-punishment as well. Someone self-penalizing themselves and thinking that their sacrifice could release any of the heartbreak, maybe also that they've caused. What is the Hanging Man sitting on? We've got a King of Wands here. So we've got a King of Wands, which could be a Scorpio, could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. I do see Leo very strongly, but Scorpio for me comes through as well here. But again, it shows up, we've got a fire sign here. In the Connolly Tarot, I do see the King of Wands. He is having a conversation with someone here, quite in secret. So I don't know if you're dealing with someone that is sharing, if this is a different person, because we've got a fire sign here, fire and water, two total opposites. He's sharing his information. He's being advised by someone. This is someone who is very business orientated. We did talk about business here. Someone that holds a position of power and leadership. This could be someone that is an entrepreneur, right? And there could be closing up a major cycle. Pisces could be very much about creativity, something that they're rounding off, releasing, letting go of, completing if it is a project, if this is the same person, and someone who could be now ready, let's say after this full moon in Scorpio, ready to take action, because this is someone that's very action orientated, someone that's very confident, could be someone that's quite flirtatious and popular, I'm going to say as well, and someone who could also hold some Pisces, so they're a little bit sneaky, a little bit either that or they don't understand what's going on. So I don't know if this is because we've got a feminine. You're going to tell me we've got the Empress. This would be more than likely the same divine feminine, or this is just an energy, unless for some of you, I suppose, if there is, this could be a four-way situation as well, not only a love triangle, but the Empress could also be a mother figure. I mean, Empress and Queen of Pentacles could be mother-daughter. This could be mother, son. Take the messages as they resonate for you. So we've got strength here. This would be more Leo then. So let's see. We know the strength card means someone possibly holding back on their desires. King of Wands doesn't do really well where holding back on their desires and their passion, their need to be intimate with someone. King of Cups is totally different. This is someone that's ready to offer you their heart on a plate, whereas the King of Wands would be someone that's more fiery, more quick-tempered, more confident, more flirtatious, more ego-centered, self-centered possibly as well, I would say, because of overconfidence possibly sometimes. King of Cups could be someone where there isn't enough confidence, right? Or, because this is Scorpio, and Scorpio is very secretive. Scorpio is a fixed water sign, so when they love, when they fall, they're hook, line, and sinker. But until they fall and until they can trust, it is a big deal. And possibly we're talking about fixed signs. So I did say Leo, Scorpio here very strongly. Fixed signs which are being affected by Mars and by Pluto. Let's take some messages, some more messages. First, I would like to look at Amira's oracle, love oracle. Let's get some information. What is going on in the now? What is the advice, please, Spirit? What's going on in love? Please guide us. By connecting with us, to connect with us, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting does help greatly. Energetically, it's a way of connecting with us. And remember, you can comment, yes please, beneath for a personal love message. Thank you so much to all of you. We've got an open relationship. So two people that are together, but they're not together. You know what I mean. This could be a white wedding. We've got a twin flame. And we've got a gift. A gift. So it looks like two people that are together for could be business, could be family, could be a mask for their community. An open relationship. So being open to other relationships. Either that or there may have been love at some point. But they look like now they're looking elsewhere. So that does remind me of the Nine of Pentacles here. Even the Nine of Wands. And we've got the twin flame that comes after this. So that's interesting. This could also, yes, exactly, that's what it says to me here, that two people that were not so close within a relationship, either, I suppose a twin flame may have entered and opened the relationship and separated these two people emotionally. That can also be a theme here. But we've got a gift here. We've got a gift. And what is that? Past life relationship. Twin flame and past life relationship. Obviously, you've known each other from a past life. We've got karma, and we'd see the door. Look at the door. Oh my God. There's the theme. I just got the goosebumps all over. All over. Oh my goodness. Wow. There is the portal that's open. So there is an open portal. There is an opportunity. Karma is playing out. And remember, Saturn is the Lord of karma and timing, and he's connected with the North Node in Pisces. Pisces could be a divine connection, an unconditionally loving connection, but there can also be, because it's the natural 12th house, so secrecy, things that happen behind closed doors, dealing with a foreigner possibly, but also love triangles, love affairs, even though we did not get the devil, but we got the 7 of swords. Let's take one more. As the portal opens, and we've got a fair male here. Fair male, someone that's on the younger side, either that or they're younger at heart. We see the leather jacket stands out to me, so he's a bit of a rocker, right? He likes rock music, maybe heavy metal. He's got what's the term? He makes a statement. He's the type of person that likes to leave an impression. So he's got light-coloured eyes, light-coloured skin, more than likely, fairish, wheatish, blondish hair. Could be a little bit towards reddish. And you know, even if you're not dealing with someone that is on the younger side, this could be memory, past life, you see. Memory from a past lifetime of this is how my person was. So let's see what's at the bottom. And we've got a young male, very similar indeed, very similar. Someone who loves sports cars, expensive cars, convertible cars, fast cars, possibly also motorbikes. This could be someone that that goes to racing, watches, fast cars. Either that or the portal is opening and we've got this young male, or young at heart, possibly could be younger than the divine feminine, who we see comes through as quite mature if we're looking to the figures here. We've had a couple of kings, but we've got a queen and we've got an empress. So the queen is possibly someone that's a little bit older, possibly. What's this young male sitting on? And I wanted to say that they're whizzing in really quickly. They're coming in very quickly, grabbing an opportunity, possibly also bringing a gift with them. I don't know what the gift could be. It could be a physical gift or just a surprise. We've got short-term heartbreak here. See the clock? That is karma. That is Kronos. That is Saturn. And we've got a beauty queen here. I wouldn't say that this is the same person. I would say that this could be a past partner. She could be a model, a dancer, someone that is in the performing arts, who sings, who dances, right? And destiny with this partner for a short term, where there was heartbreak, heavy lessons because of the clock, karma, Saturn, right? Some karma needed to be worked out, possibly with a more on the darker side female, or someone that was just more creative, more out there, someone who likes to show off, show themselves, someone who performs, someone who is famous, possibly, in what they do. Not to say that the Queen of Pentacles couldn't be someone that's on the darker side. Earth usually is, but we see fair hair here, so let's take it as that. Let's see what's going on in the sexual department, in the intimacy. I want to take, because you're concentrating on your person, I want to look at them and see what's going on for them. You know what's going on in your own sex life, whether it's on or it's not on, period. Remember that twin flames wouldn't be only an emotional connection, it would be off the charts passionate connection as well. Both those factors need to be within the relationship for this twin flame connection. A twin flame connection is so powerful, and remember, twin flames, they come together. Hopefully they're ready when they do come together, otherwise they will not be able to stay together. So let's see what's going on in the sex department relative to your person, the person you are hoping to manifest. We've got temperance. So someone being patient, tempering their desire and their passion. There could be physical distance. I don't know if you're dealing with a foreigner. Temperance comes out twice. We've got the Four of Cups. Emotionally, someone is not happy. Someone's emotions are not in this. Therefore, there is no, I would say, sex life at this time. That's what it looks like. Even though temperance is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Fire signs are not very good with patience relative to their desires. They're driven by their desire, their fire, the fire within. But we also see the scissors here. You see the scissors? Because if your person is in another connection with the Four of Cups, emotionally unhappy, so therefore possibly unhappy emotionally. We've got a divine masculine here. A divine masculine here. I don't know, as I said, if they're the same person with the King of Wands, because the King of Wands could also be, if this is a partner of yours, it could be someone that you're going through a karmic release with, because in the now we've got this King of Cups. Let's see what else. And we've got the Knight of Wands. So what your person is imagining, look at this here. Look at this. And Sagittarius comes through again. But we've also got, now Knight of Wands is usually the player, but we also see someone that is fantasizing, going and grabbing his other half and getting intimate. Knight of Wands is willing to take a long trip, let's say, they are very driven. So they're willing to go the long distance for the connection, for the intimate part of the connection as well, because I see a lot of desire. And of course we had the King of Wands there. So I'm wondering if this is the same person, because if I'm saying this could be Scorpio, Sag, so you could be dealing with someone that's got planets in Sagittarius as well as Scorpio. Could be. But remember also that there could be, if this is a Sagittarius, if your person is a Sag, then, or they've got 3 planets in Sagittarius, let's say Pisces is also ruled by Jupiter, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius as well as Pisces. So it could be another side to your person, not only that the lover, but also someone who is emotionally connecting with you, someone that you've been able to pierce through their heart, right? So we see someone that's ready to take action. Usually in the Knight of Wands, of course, there's only the Knight. Here we've got, he's got her in her birthing suit, so you could see the desire. I feel that this is more of a fantasy. Let's see what's at the bottom. And we've got the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, and you could see that feels as though your person is teased, feels like the divine feminine is teasing the divine masculine, teasing them in a way that I know what you want, but I'm not going to give it to you. I really don't want it, even though she does. That's what we see here. And the Six of Wands is, I want to succeed. I want to be recognized first. I want you to recognize me, to value me, to honor me before I give myself to you. I feel that that's the divine feminine. And that would be the Queen of Pentacles and the and the Empress. She knows what she wants. She's got the experience. She's not, a youthful, crazy girl that can't hold on to her emotions and her desires. She knows what she wants. She knows how to get it. And of course, we're talking about lots of patience here. Let's see what's going on in the emotional department. To me, I would say that your person could also be just, I don't feel that there's intimacy in their life, but they could just be, you know, on their own and trying to take care of themselves, if you know what I mean, through watching videos or any pictures. It's like you can look but don't touch. So something that is not real, that would be the Neptune energy. We did have Venus and Neptune, and they're still in conjunction. It's like being in a dream state, or Neptune is something of an illusion. So possibly also fantasizing. I do feel that they are fantasizing about your connection. Let's see. What's going on in your person's psyche? Mask. This card always comes through. It's tiring, to tell you the truth. And the same cards every single time. To me, this, of course, this is Pisces, Virgo. These are the nodal, this is the nodal axis, the nodes of the moon that are transiting through Virgo and Pisces. To me, it's like I've sacrificed so much. Now I'm discerning. I'm taking a step back. This is the Virgo energy. I've unconditionally loved my person, but they maybe were wearing a mask. They're not being open with me. They're making me live in a dream. I can't materialize. I cannot manifest this relationship. So through that, there's been an awakening, obviously, with a guide here. Some of you are seeking, because you're seeking the guidance, and this could also be your person having gone through and seen the light now as to what they really feel from within. They've been the hermit, so there's been quiet, obviously, possibly a very slow communication, if any, I would say. But remember that Virgo is practical matters. This is the dream. This is the practical side of life. So remember that with the North Node in Pisces, even though we may not be 100% of what's going on in reality, we need to trust in our intuition. We need to have faith that if our intuition, our emotions are telling us that there is a connection and it's worth waiting, then do so. If there's been only deception, if you're seeing red flags all the time, you need to, that comes through as you spend time alone, as you meditate. Trust in what your higher self is guiding you. Possibly it could be your person that's also doing that now. Let's see. And we've got pause. See, someone needed to close up some matters, round up some situations, release some karma, needing to see things from a more trusting place. Remember, the hanging man is about pause, but is also unconditionally loving, needing to believe, but also seeing things from a different perspective. Remember the self-punishment that I spoke of before. Someone penalizing themselves, that I've been a fool, or that I lied, I deceived. All these emotions could be coming through. The heartbreak could be that someone knows that they've broken your heart, and possibly also giving you time to get over that bone that you have to pick with them if there's been deception. Let's continue a little bit. Pride and ego. Yes, you may be dealing possibly with a fixed sign. So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius that is a little bit prideful. This also speaks to a spiritual connection for me. This is a card of luck and abundance. Someone maybe that's been very lucky. There is telepathy. There's a spiritual connection, and there's recognition possibly from your person. They've seen the light. They needed their time. Maybe they were more on the practical side, on the physical. What I see, what I can touch is real. But maybe they've gone through an awakening, seeing signs and synchronicities that have brought them closer, emotionally closer to you. But it could also be a possibility here that someone is still wrapping something up, and therefore they need time. They need time to move. They need time to be free. We've got unawakened. I do feel that this would be in the reverse, because I do feel that your person is if they're unawakened, they're going through their awakening now, because someone may still be looking at things from a very logical standpoint, and spirit is just pushing them to look from another perspective, with the hanging man almost, I mean, it's twice here, but almost 3 times, even with a mask. That Piscean energy. Saturn leaves Pisces on the 25th of the month. The energies will change, so Piscean individuals, also Virgo opposite, Sagittarius and Gemini, will be released. They will have a breather for the next 3 months, as Saturn will be at the early degrees of Aries, the cardinal signs, obviously. Aries, Libra, Capricorn and Cancer will be affected the next 3 months. If you're born in the first 2-3 days, Saturn will be challenging you. So, but Saturn will return in September, 1st of September, will return back to the mutable signs to finish something off. So maybe that is the Eight of Swords here. Maybe that is the release that needs to happen. Saturn will return to the cardinal signs, to Aries, Valentine's Day next year. So there's still a little bit that needs to be released, worked through, seen. And there is the barrier. There is Uncle Saturn. There is... I need to take this. I'll be right back. I was saying that there are the blockages and the limitations and the difficult lessons, as he is the Lord of karma and timing, and we see the door here that is closed, but we also see the portals that are opening through karma. Maybe Saturn has got a lot to do with what's changing here, the opportunities opening. And I do feel that with Saturn changing signs, there could be that new beginning, okay? That new beginning. There's forgiveness, which I spoke of earlier. Remember what I was talking about, that someone has hurt you, they don't know how to come back. They need to... They're going to try and come back in a sneaky way, unexpectedly, when you least expect them, possibly. And they will be asking for forgiveness because they've had a lot of signs that have been telling them that they need to do that. They could be, of course, signs coming from spirit. Of course, they're going through that awakening, through an awakening. And they've been going through suffering. I do feel that possibly if they have hurt you, I do feel that they've received their lessons. Let's take 3 Lenormand. Let's take 3 Lenormand and see what's going on here. What could possibly be happening? And we'll take some general love messages. Remember, you can comment yes, please. And we also, and I will be still choosing random comments for a mini Lenormand email reading. So by commenting, of course, the more you comment, the more chance you have. I do see who's putting in a lot of effort. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm putting in a lot of effort. So the appreciation, at least if you could like, share, subscribe and comment, it does help the channel, and thank you in advance. That's the way energetically it works, my dear friends. Let's see. We've got the ship. This is a lucky transition and change. We've got, he's wearing Mars on his chest now. King of Wands comes through very strongly. We do see, because this is a card of change, we've got move as well, and you could be dealing with a foreigner. Let's see what the third card is. Yeah, there's the romance. So it feels like for many of you, this could be the same person where someone's coming through as more romantic and they're willing to take the action. Remember, Mars, which is the masculine, is in Leo. So he's feeling more confident now, let's say, hopefully. And remember that full moon in Scorpio, which is something that is completing. So Mars also rules Scorpio. Hello, hello. Mars also rules Aries. So there is a possibility that the King of Wands could be an Aries for some of you. And we've got lots of Pisces. King of Pentacles is here. King of Pentacles would be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. We've got a Queen of Pentacles here. Someone who's very abundant, or someone that hasn't been very truthful. And there is the sexual connection. There is the desire, the lovers, let's say, Venus from Aries and Mars in Leo. We are going to be seeing the next few days as they are dancing around in a beautiful flowing aspect. The lovers, they're playing a game, they're flirting, they're in flirtation. We do see an offer here, even though we've got the Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords would be someone that's more detached, more cold. Libra comes through as well for me. But I would also say we see the fiery side of the feminine as well. The Empress could also be, she could, sometimes she comes through as Aries for me. So maybe it's Venus transiting through Aries, where the both lovers are ready to connect. They're ready to move and do something about their love life. Let's take another layer as I'm waiting on the delivery of my broken washing machine. Hopefully it's fixed this time. That's why I had to answer the call. It's only a new washing machine. It broke down. It's given me a lot of heartache. Let's see what's going on. Venus moving into new territory. Venus is nice, clean, beautiful smelling clothes. Fingers crossed that my washing machine will be good. Let's see where we're coming from in the past. Ten of Wands and the Queen of Swords, which we just mentioned. This could be an ex of your person if they were coming out of another relationship as well. You're going to say it to me. Why do we have the bouquet here? Maybe if this is an ex, Queen of Swords, we see the butterfly on her sword, which can bring a lot of Plutonian, Scorpionic energies, or change, or a possible ending with an air sign. That's what she looks to be. She's poking her sword straight at the Empress, who is patient, serene. She knows her power. She knows how she can attract. She is very, very attractive to the opposite sex. So there could be themes of jealousy here as well. But why do we have the Queen of Swords on the tulips, on the bouquet? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Maybe the divine feminine is just, she's been more cold, more detached, and just not being that easy to maneuver through her truths, you know what I mean? So she's not going to be that gullible if her divine masculine shows up and they don't have a good excuse, I'm going to say. Let's see. The hidden position with the Nine of Wands. Five of Pentacles. We see her blindfolded here. Seven of Pentacles. Stuck energies but big changes. 5 and 7, conflictual numbers. 5 years, 7 years for some of you. For others of you, it's 9 years waiting. Having gone through a lot. Having invested a lot. But being at the last moment, like it's make or break. I don't know if I can continue this. I can't wait anymore. I'm in the dark. In the dark, I don't know what's going on. There is a big age difference. There's a big financial difference. We're totally different people from different societies, different places. Don't know if this could ever work out. Let's see, we do have some earth here as well. Two of Swords, so a dilemma. What to do, to sit and wait or to be active, proactive. Lots of dilemmas here. I do see two people here. Gemini comes through for me, and the Two Swords. Gemini means choices. Indecision, but they also remind me of the twins. It's like they're in a mirroring image, like what's going on for the one person could be going on for the other person as well. We've got the Three of Cups, which can be a reconciliation. There's we don't see three people, we see two. But it's the Three of Cups. And yes, there can be an involvement of three people. Next card, crowning, Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a success story. Or someone that's been quite sneaky, not easy for them to creep back in, to sneak back in. Maybe this was a little bit of a blow to their ego. We do have a lot of pride here with the male peacock. You may have been dealing with someone that wanted to keep their personal life very secretive because there's someone who is very well known in their community. Leo comes through. The action and advice. Two cards wanted to come out. Yep, we've got someone's thinking greatly what they're going to do, if they're going to continue investing, working on this. But work has got a lot to do with this heartbreak, this disappointment, someone not having put the effort in. But we see the Six of Swords, which is travel, transition, change. And we see the ship here, which again is transition and change, possibly a physical distance. Positive turns. This is a Jupiterian card, the ship, and some of you are physically at a distance. What is the Queen of Pentacles about? And we see the tulips in her environment, in her periphery, and we see the tulips here. So another little good sign here. We've got Five of Cups. So this Queen of Pentacles hasn't had it easy. She's crying over that spilt milk, but she's not focusing on the two cups still standing. She's been very patient indeed. Maybe she's got a strong Leo in her chart as well. She is trying to water down her passion, her desire, focusing on other things in life. But there's going to be suddenly and unexpectedly an offer or an apology, a message. And it's taking a lot of strength from someone to do that. Pisces comes through. Could be up until Saturn is in Pisces till the 25th of the month. Let's see what the divine says. What is this Eight of Swords? We've got the Knight of Wands, my dear friends. This knight is he's going to overcome his fears. We see that here with the Knight. So what's at the foundation? There is the pentacle that this Queen of Pentacles desires and is demanding and possibly hoping for marriage and moving in together and long term. Or someone's coming. There's the Death card, Ten of Cups, and the Marriage card. Yes, we've got Scorpio, we've got Taurus, so fixed energies. This could be someone coming out of another relationship and into another, as the Hierophant always holds two keys. There's the Devil. No more Devil. We've got the Saturn and we've got Pluto. Pluto is stronger than Saturn. So no more karma. The portal is opening. Congratulations, I'm going to say. And I just got the goosebumps here. Now remember, we've got Taurus here. We've got Taurus, so Uranus is transiting through Taurus. Anything can happen. Uranus was on this in opposition to this full moon. This turns into the Ace of Cups that the King of Cups holds. We could be talking about someone that was in a family situation with a little child. Yes, children are very significant in our lives. So what I see is that there's going to be an apology. There's going to be movement, very fast, very unexpected. Maybe you were dealing with someone, either they were in another connection or at a physical distance, or if they did not succeed in a past connection, they're not ready to take the next step, but they're willing to connect and see where this goes. Just give me a second. Hey, they brought my washing machine. Fingers crossed it's working well. Let's take some love messages. Sorry about the interruption, my dear friends, but we've got two dogs as well, and they don't like it when we've got strangers in the yard. So let's see, concentrate on your person. Let's try and get some messages from them, because what I see here is there's a will and there's a drive. There's a passion for connection, for a meeting, for an apology, for a gift. Someone's ready to apologize and ask that you meet them. That's what I see here. Let's go. The physical distance between us is so great. I need to decide if I can do this. Time will tell. Forever yours. Are you the one? I know we're meant to be. You're the one. You're the one for me. That's what I see with this Ace of Pentacles, which is a gift. Remember, this speaks to a long-standing, long-term relationship, a more serious connection, possibly also engagement, marriage. And remember, Saturn, without Saturn, we don't have marriage, we don't have engagement, we don't become parents. Saturn is not only, he's not the culprit, I want to say. He's necessary, he's the glue in our lives. So remember, as he's transiting through a sign, he will judge, he will ask that you work, he will penalize, he will make you suffer, he will teach you. But as you're graduating, and this is a graduation, Saturn has been passing through Pisces, this is a graduation in love, because Pisces is an unconditional love. Saturn says, are you willing to do the work for this unconditional, magical connection? Are you willing to do the work? Because as he's going to leave the sign of Pisces, then he will leave his magical gifts behind. And his gift could be a long-term relationship. For some of you, this could be a separation, because there's been, remember, Neptune was also transiting through Pisces for the past 14 years. So that's probably why that mask keeps showing up all the time. Neptune is the mask, but Neptune can also be a divine union. So, fantasy, fiction, or reality? What is this relationship about? What is going to come of this? You took the stars from my eyes, you took my heart, and I want it back. Seven of Swords, just like up here. I love, love, love you. I couldn't stay with you because I felt as though I was suffocating. I want to be free. You were cold and distant to me. I needed more passion. That is a certainty. Waiting for you to make your choice. I won't be waiting forever. You're just someone I used to know. And I need you. I still love you. Please come to me. So remember, this is a general reading. Some people are going to turn their back. They're not going to accept this apology. They're not going to accept anything less. Now, Knight of Wands could also be a player. So some of you maybe have been waiting on the wrong person, right? Maybe you've been in an illusion. Maybe there has been deception. Not all situations will be the same. We've got a young male here. If that speaks to you, someone that could be younger than you, as I went through the description relative to this young male. So there's something very significant about a young male. Don't try to fit this to your own love life. It's a general reading. If you're after a personal reading, then do reach out. I do offer twin flame readings, two twin flame readings. One is 75 minutes, the other one is 90, where we can go into a lot of details. Of course, in 90 minutes, it's a long reading. So if you're interested, let us know. Do reach out. If you're a Patreon, of course, you're entitled to a discount, as you already know. Please forgive me. I want another chance with you. We did see the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups is here. That could also be missed opportunities, or someone not, and there's the forgiveness which we saw before, remember. This could also be missed opportunities, as someone was in another situation and they could not accept the cup. And we do have the Five of Cups here at the outcome. So emotional changes, we're going to have emotional changes as an outcome here. right. I think that that's it for today. Thank you, my dear friends. I am wishing you well. Thank you so much for connecting with us. I'm going to be completing the 3 free, they're not, I shouldn't say it like that because they are free. They're literally free readings for our patrons that won last month, and we'll be taking the next 3 winners in the next few days. So if you're interested, do join us on Patreon. For those who are wondering why we don't do the individual love readings on YouTube for free, it's because the views were very low. They're very time consuming, and those who do, it's like shouting me a cup of coffee. Through shouting me a cup of coffee, if you're a patron, you get the 12 individual love readings, and you get to go in a draw to win a free reading. So those who think that we're here just for the money or just to take from you, they're totally wrong. And I'm not even going to bother answering people, because there are people who come into this into our community here, which have never really shown themselves before. They've never commented, and they've got a lot of expectancy relative to our channel here. They expect everything for free. They expect us to be here all the time, giving out free readings, and we do give a lot out that are free, and many of you do know that. And they don't expect to do anything as exchange of energy other than comment in a negative way. And well, I feel sorry for people like that. I mean, there are thousands of tarot readers out there. Choose one that you like. Many individual love readings out there, many very good tarot readers. I tend to watch some as well when I have time. And my time is very limited because I'm not single. I've got a family. I've got kids. I've got so many pets. So thank you for understanding. Thank you for connecting with us. And a special thank you, of course, to our patrons always. And to our YouTube followers that are here all the time and commenting and making an effort. Thank you so much. Much love to all of you. Thank you for joining us in the chat as well. And thank you for your love always, your loyalty, and your beautiful, kind hearts, your sweet words. Namaste, everyone.